I feel like this is going to be the time where we're actually going to win and make it out of that first round. Mark my words now, my Steelers will make it out of that first round. Yeah, that's some good Jiggy League, man. I am back with some more fire reaction content for y'all. Today on the agenda, man, we tapping into the scary truth about the Pittsburgh Steelers. If y'all don't know, if y'all is new to the channel, the Steelers are my team. I'm born and raised from Pittsburgh. So we're going to tap into this, man. We made a lot of moves this offseason. Let's see what bro's perspective was on here. And this is from the Huddle Report. Shout out to the Huddle Report, man. Make sure y'all go sub up, because I'm subbed up now too, man. Make sure y'all go show love.
Buster trades, drawn out free agent sagas, and big money contracts, Pittsburgh has strayed from the Steelers' way in a desperate attempt to stay competitive in the AFC.
Because we've been hella mid,
for
gang.
2025. And the scary truth is, it might actually work. This is why Pittsburgh Steelers will be Super Bowl contenders in 2025.
Let's go.
The only place to start is with the blockbuster trade that went down in what is usually the...
I ain't gonna hold you, the slight moment for all Steelers fans, not only when we thought we had both DK and George Pickens, but when we thought we had Minka, Jalen, and Jonnu, I'm like, yo, we're finna be lethal, give us a ring now. And then they're like, oh, but we got Jalen and Jonnu, but Minka's gone.
Yo, don't play like that. Are you serious? How you know?
Quietest part of the offseason.
Spain,
on
without
June
the
30th,
S.
2025, the Pittsburgh Steelers sent their Pro Bowl safety Minka Fitzpatrick and a 2027
Mink was a dog for us too,
Miami
but
in exchange
these past
for
few
Jalen
seasons have been like
Ramsey,
down
John
seasons
Smith,
for
and
him.
a 2027 7th rounder. Before we get into what the Steelers will be receiving, let's look into why they would be willing to let Fitzpatrick go in the first place. Ironically, Minka was drafted by the Dolphins back in 2018, but was traded to Pittsburgh just a few weeks into his second season. Fitzpatrick immediately became a starter in Pittsburgh, named an All-Pro in his debut.
That was in Minka's second season, bro. God damn, time flies, gang. And he spent like 6 seasons with us.
2 more first-team All-Pro nods.
So he spent most of his career with the Steelers, gang. It felt like he spent most of his career with the Dolphins at the time. Like,
becoming
that's
the
crazy.
highest-paid safety in the league
Damn,
at the time,
Mink.
with a new 4-year, $73.6 million deal in 2022.
I'ma miss you, man.
Why is all of this relevant as to why Pittsburgh let him leave? Well, Fitzpatrick had set a high bar for himself in the Steel City, one which he has struggled to match since the 2022 season.
I was in an argument with my homies about that when we traded him. I'm like, I'm not saying Minka is not elite, but he just hasn't been who he used to be. You see what I'm saying?
To register a single one. In 2024,
no picks.
He was down to just 1 interception and 1 forced fumble. Last season, it wasn't only a lack of turnovers that caused concern, but rather a noticeable drop-off in his performance.
Nigga was getting burnt.
Steelers Depot, Minka allowed a career-high 127.6 passer rating
toasted,
and a stunning 78.8%
and that's my dog,
completion
but
rate
goddamn.
for a player who will be turning 29 this upcoming season in the penultimate year of his contract. Those kinds of numbers don't bode well. Various stalwarts of the Steelers defense voiced concerns about the effort being put in by some of their teammates, and one particular play in their wildcard round loss to the Ravens left little room for doubt as to whom they were referencing. He's swiftly met by 3-time All-Pro Minka Fitzpatrick, who can't bring him down. Wallace forced his way to a first down, in a play that raised serious questions around Fitzpatrick's contributions to the Steelers at this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. This whole playoff game, like, it was a rough one for me. We had ass beat. That play right there, gang, you cannot see that play and be like, yeah, he still wanted to. Nah, Minka, you need that fire lit back under your ass, because what the fuck was that? Weight room, nigga!
Heading into the offseason, he was still seen as an important part of this team. But considering his contract situation and declining play, it's not too hard to grasp why the Steelers were happy to move him on for the right price. And boy, did Pittsburgh get a haul for Minka Fitzpatrick. Let's stick with the defensive side of the ball for now and look into just how dramatically the revival of Jalen Ramsey changes the Steelers' outlook in 2025. It's no secret that the corner's best years are most likely behind him, but that doesn't mean he won't be a valuable contributor when the season kicks off.
And that's the thing with Jalen as well. Like,
top 10 unit.
Jalen's not prime Jalen, but he's not far from it. You see what I'm saying?
Any team. thanks to a staunch defensive front.
My
TJ Watt led
demon
the way with his
Teach.
11.5 sacks. Cam Hayward followed right behind him.
Don't
with
forget
8,
my
while
boy
Alex
Smitty
Highsmith and Nick Herbig
and my
finished
boy
the year with
Nicky
6 and
Herb.
5.5
Come on, man, my boy Herbie G.
Of every corner who played 200 or more snaps in Pittsburgh, none of them got above a 57.1 PFF coverage.
That shit's gonna change this year.
Reference, Jalen Ramsey had a 71.6 coverage grade in 2024, deployed both in the slot and out wide. Not only does the 30-year-old Ramsey offer better production, but he brings with him a wealth of experience at the highest level, as
Don't
well
forget
as
my dog
championship
Slay.
pedigree. Ramsey's versatility will also be an asset for Pittsburgh, as he can help out wherever needed in the second.
Yeah, he might play that
he was
safety
reportedly
too.
considering a move to safety in order to prolong his career, given the short shelf life of corners, so he could end up being more of a like-for-like replacement for Fitzpatrick than anyone
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Is much more than his 3 All-Pro and 7 Pro Bowl selections from the past. He will be a difference maker for this defense in the present. Now, it's worth mentioning that one of the main reasons Miami were happy to let Jalen Ramsey go is his contract, which the Steelers took on for $26.6 million this year and are due to pay more than that each year until 2028.
Damn.
It remains to be seen how Omar Khan and the front
con
office will
artist.
navigate this, especially with TJ Watt's contract
What a
extension
guy, what a
looming
guy.
on the horizon. Either way, the move for Ramsey indicates Pittsburgh's intention to win now, which is evident in many of their other signings this offseason. Pittsburgh moved for veteran safety
boy
Juan Thornhill
Slay.
and cornerback Darius Slay, both additions that vastly improved the
I don't give a damn how old Slay is. Give me him.
starting secondary
I don't give a
long before
damn.
Ramsey came into the picture. Thornhill was far from his best during his 2 years in Cleveland, but if he can stay healthy and produce anywhere near the level we saw from him in Kansas City, he'll be a substantial upgrade to the safety depth in Pittsburgh.
Hey, he had a good ass tackle in that first preseason game. He knelt that boy Brian Thomas Jr.
Slay, on the other hand, proved he can still contribute at the age of 34, helping the Eagles lift a Lombardi back in February.
Man,
He'll be able
Slay,
to
I
mentor
know you
Joey
still
Porter
got it,
Jr.,
brother.
who the Steelers hope will be a cornerstone of the defense for years to come. Elsewhere, they signed linebacker Malik Harrison to a 2-year deal, who will be a great asset in run defense.
We love
But some
getting
of Pittsburgh's
Ravens
most
linebackers,
exciting moves
bro.
this offseason actually came in the draft. With their first-round pick, Con and Co took Derek Harmon out of Oregon.
This aged kind of well for me. I really am upset that we did not get Shador, but I understand we were waiting for Aaron Rodgers. That's why we didn't get him. And I wasn't mad at the Derek Harmon pick. I just was upset that we didn't get Shador. You see what I'm saying?
Harmon is a tough D tackle.
But he's
who
a
one
demon,
NFC
bro.
scout reportedly said plays like a Raven or a Steeler. Off the tape, he reminds me of a young Cam Hayward, but bigger. The plan seems clear. Have Harmon learn under Hayward in the coming years, and eventually take his place on the roster.
Cam
For the
on his
time
way
being,
out, man.
Those two will bully opposing interior lines, and routinely collapse the pocket against the AFC's finest. We'll get onto their 3rd-round pick later in this video, but in the 4th, Pittsburgh took Jack Sawyer out of
boy
Ohio
Jack.
State. It was a shock
My
that the edge
demon.
rusher fell so far in the draft, but Sawyer's production in the Buckeyes run
He's
to the
a
national
natural
championship
Steeler.
was
Like, he just
clear
gives off
evidence of
that
his
Steeler
game-breaking
energy.
ability. A relentless, physically tough edge set to learn from TJ Watt. Yeah, this has all
my
the
boy
trappings of a
T just
perfect
finna
Steelers
forge
play,
Buddy into a
but having a
demon,
strong
bro.
defense is nothing new for Pittsburgh.
Come
It's
on,
always been
man.
the top priority under Tomlin.
Lamar
Most
Woodley,
Steelers fans will be hoping for a more
James
exciting
Ferrier,
offense than they had in 2024,
Larry
which
Foote,
brings us
them
to the
boys.
second half of the Minka Fitzpatrick haul. Jonnu Smith is
RC.
coming off a career season in Miami, where he reeled in 800.
I remember Jonnu Smith had that game winner last year.
88 receptions. With a Pro Bowl now to his name, Smith wanted a contract with the Dolphins worth more than the $4 million per year that he was on. A new deal that would make him one of the best paid tight ends in the league. Miami was looking for ways to cut costs this offseason, hence the decision to move Jonnu as well as Jalen Ramsey in one fell swoop. Turns out, the Pittsburgh Steelers are just about the perfect destination for Jonnu Smith. According to Next Gen Stats, the Steelers led
Mount
the NFL in
Washington,
snaps
my
and
boy
13
Moose.
personnel, meaning 1 running back and 3 tight ends, with 163 last season, which was roughly 15% of the time. That's because their offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, started off as a tight end coach. Funnily enough, Arthur Smith worked with Jonnu Smith in both Tennessee and Atlanta, helping mold him into the star we see
Okay,
today.
is them niggas
Upon
cousins?
arriving in Pittsburgh,
Them
Jonnu
niggas
Smith signed a
cousins.
1-year, $12 million extension, getting him the kind of money he had been holding out for in Miami. He joins a tight end room led by Pat Freiermuth, who also had a standout 2024 season as the Steelers' second leading receiver. These two instantly become one of the top 5 tight end duos in the league. Not only
I almost shed a tear when I seen Ben Roethlisberger.
for their production in the receiving game, but also their versatility on offense, with Smith in particular having played in wildly different offensive schemes throughout his time in the league. Even tight end 3 Darnell Washington showed improvements in 2, with all of the physical tools to become a star. For all of his eccentricities, Rodgers is still a proven NFL starter, and unquestionably an upgrade over Russell Wilson and Justin Fields last season. In 2024, Rodgers was a serviceable QB for the Jets, where he actually put up better numbers than he had with the Packers in 2022. Although visibly not at his best following the Achilles tear in 2023, he clearly has something left in the tank. He may be 41, but A-Rod has already admitted that this season will likely be his last. With that added motivation to go out with a bang, there could very easily be something special in store for Pittsburgh in 2025.
I was indifferent about Aaron Rodgers coming here on some farewell tour shit, because it can go one or two ways for me. He could be on some farewells tour shit to where he's like, bro, I'm gonna give this my all, like on some Tom Brady, like, bro, I'm not going out without winning a Super Bowl. Or it can be on a farewell tour like, hey, bro, I'm just happy to be here. Like, you know, when you a senior, you get senioritis, so you just show up, start doing shit. Like, that's what it's going to be, a two-sided coin for me. And I promise you, if he soils the potential of my Steelers team, bro, Aaron Rodgers, you will be dealt with, my brother.
The offense will look drastically different as well.
I will be at that training facility.
The Steelers announced that they had sent their 2nd and 7th round picks in the 2025 draft in exchange for a 6th rounder and Seahawks star wideout DK Metcalf. Across 6 seasons in Seattle, DK was a reliable weapon, never registering less than 900 yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. Much like Jonnu Smith, the Seahawks didn't want to pay DK, who had already requested a trade earlier in the 2024 season. Metcalf will produce, automatically becoming a wide receiver one,
DK's really a Steeler.
Man, shit ain't got serious, man.
However, in May, the club dealt away George Pickens to the Cowboys for
and
picks,
GP started talking all that shit after he left too.
DK.
Like, bro, you wasn't even
outside of Calvin Austin.
You made hella plays, hella great plays, but what you on?
Reports coming out of 2025 OTAs suggest that last year's 3rd round pick,
he looked
Wilson,
good in that preseason game too, man.
Season. He missed most of 2024 through injury, but showed great promise at Michigan. Wilson will definitely be a player to watch in 2025. Speaking of college production and 3rd round picks, Caleb Johnson is one of the most exciting rookies from the 2025 class.
He
was a
look like
consensus
Devontae Adams
thanks
a
to his
bit.
1,537 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns with the Iowa Hawkeyes last year. He's already used to suiting up in the black and gold, but he's got big shoes to fill in Pittsburgh following the departure of Najee Harris. Between Caleb Johnson and fan favorite Jalen Warren, they should be able to make up the difference.
Jalen ain't playing that preseason
punch
game
in the Pittsburgh backfield. Beyond Johnson, there were other intriguing arrivals in the draft. D-tackle Yahya Black came in the 5th round for depth, while Will Howard came through in the 6th, ready to learn from Aaron Rodgers.
And I don't not like Will Howard. I don't not like him, but it's also like, bro, 12 was right there. 12 was right there.
Come on, man.
In my 12, I mean Shedeur Sanders.
Incredible value for the Steelers. In the 7th, more defensive depth arrived in the form of linebacker Carson Bruner and corner Dante Kent. All in all, a very solid draft class in the Steel City, addressing major team needs ahead of a season that will be decisive.
I was pissed at first, but it did age like fine wine.
The only drawback with all of these new additions
is these niggas
the potential
is old
for bad locker room chemistry. After all, both Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Rodgers have had their fair share of attitude concerns throughout their illustrious careers.
Yeah, that shit, we run a tight ship around here, nigga. We is not going for that. You will be dealt with. Come around here trying to ruin the Steelers away with all that bullshit. We not going for that. A-Rod, all that ayahuasca shit you got going on, nigga. We in a burg, nigga. We smoke woods, bro. We not going for that, gang. I don't know what you on, bro. We is not doing all that. And Jalen Ramsey, keep it cool, bro. Keep it cool, gang. Don't get the child popping it too much, bro. If you ain't popping it on that field. That's all I'm saying, bro.
However,
we don't play that shit out here. We do not play that shit.
Who has an extremely low tolerance for toxic diva behavior? It is.
That's why GP had to get his ass going.
Therefore, I don't see this being much of a hindrance. So, in an offseason where they've gone all in on
Aaron
winning
Rodgers, you
now,
better not fuck this
how
up
good
for me.
are their prospects actually? Well, Rodgers' footballing mind is still sharp as ever, and with what should be a better offensive
I need to
line
see this
blocking
nigga
for
throw
him
that
than
ball.
he had in New York, expect him to be less skittish than he was in 2024. With weapons like DK in the pass game and the aforementioned
I need to see him
Johnson
throw that
Horn
ball,
duo
bro.
run game, this offense should finally get off the ground in 2025. When it comes to the defense,
My
we're
boy,
expecting them to be even
Jack
better
Sawyer.
than last year, especially if the rookies Harmon and Sawyer get going early. With the automatic upgrades in Slay, Thornhill, and Ramsey, this defense
I used to pray for times like this. If only I didn't have freaking Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback, bro.
Who knows? Wouldn't it be perfect?
If this
for
was
the quarterback who
2018, I
crushed
might have been
Pittsburgh's
happy,
Super Bowl
but
dreams back in 2010 to break a 15-year curse and finally take them back to the promised land on his farewell.
and that would be like such a slap in the face as well, because he was the one who actually did that. Like, if he does not get us a Super Bowl, bro, you might as well just spit in our face twice, gang. You're going to beat us in the Super Bowl and then beat us twice in the Super Bowl by not letting us get to the Super Bowl because you ass. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, you on thin ice with me. This is a great video, man. Shout out to the Huddle Report. This was a W video, bro. I think my Steelers is going to be nice. I ain't going to hold you. It's been an influx of emotions for me. During the draft, I was so hopeful going into the draft, bro. We're going to get quarterback. We're going to get all this stuff. And then after the draft, I was pissed off. I know I was pissed off when he gets your door. I was pissed off how he was moving. I was pissed off he let GP go. But then as things just started to develop, you get DK, you get Slay, you get Ramsey, you get Johnu, bro. You get Caleb Johnson. You get these guys, bro. It's like, yeah, I'm starting to see the vision. I'm starting to see the vision that the Con Artist and Mike T were cooking up. I'm excited for the season, man. I feel like this is going to be the time where we're actually going to win and make it out of that first round. Mark my words now, my Steelers will make it out of that first round. You could put Aaron Rodgers in a wheelchair back there and just have him lace it, and I promise you, we can make it past that first round, man. Hopefully, we can push to that Super Bowl. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about the Steelers, man. Let me know if y'all think we got the potential to push. Y'all got hope, man. Y'all got hope. We gonna see. I love y'all. Till next time. Jiggly out.